So we only have to do this once. Good, whenever you're ready.
Off this thing is really good. All right, so you put left battery on, 24 volts. Right battery on, still 24 volts. Left battery off, 24 volts plus. Left battery on, 24 volts. Aux pump goes on. You get an aux pump light. Guard the condition lever. Prop is clear. Bleed air gets turned off. NTS hold. You get a light. Start button, click. You have rotation. You have fuel. And you hear the light off, and you get a heat rise. You got to have a heat rise by 15%. NTS lights back on. I can release the NTS. Guarding the stop. Watching 1% a second. Making sure I have fuel flow. No spike in fuel flow. No spike in EGT. Continues 1% a second. Left engine start and the ignition are still lit. They're off. That's off. The green light is off. At that point, left generator reset, then on. I get a rise in amps. I get 28 volts, and I allow it to recover. I turn on the left-hand bleed air, it goes to on. You feel for air, you have bleed air. Reach down, flaps go up. And they're traveling up. We check the hydraulic system. Right side is a repeat of the same thing. NTS holds. Light is lit. Prop is clear. Start button, click. I'm holding the NTS. I have fuel flow. I have ignition light. I have heat rise. All before 18%. NTS light is lit. Release the NTS. Cover the stop. Guard the condition. 2 ways to kill the engine. In case it starts to run away, I'm looking for temperature not to spike, fuel not to spike, 1% a second. Continues to accelerate. The core is accelerating. Accelerating. Starts complete. Ignition's off. That light is off. Generator on the right side, reset and on. Check the right hand bleed air. I still have airflow. I go to both. I have more airflow. I go to ground. I have more airflow. You're going to check emer press and then back to either ground or both. At this point, put on inverter 1. I put on both avionics switches. I can check my fuel computers. First thing you do is pumps go from aux to off. You get a low fuel pressure, then they go on. Right side, off, low fuel pressure, on. Check the fuel computers. You turn them off one at a time, you'll see a rise in RPM. It's off. Rise in RPM. Right side is off with a rise in RPM. At this point, the condition levers don't do anything at all. You don't have to check them, but it's just showing you that they don't do anything. So if I was going to do an overspeed governor check, I would check at this point, advance the throttle whip for no more than 105.5%. You want to see about 103.5 to 104.5. I don't typically check it unless it goes to maintenance, but it's a check you can do. So at that point, you turn on the fuel computers. The RPM should drop. The fuel computer light goes out. We check our fuel computers. Avionics are on, so we'll go through. At this point, this screen says half left and half up. So there it is, half left, half up. Continue the next one. This side, half left. If it was the right direction, half left, half up. You can check windshield. It's got moisture, we're going to clear it. Turn it on as soon as you advance either throttle. You get bleed air to the windshield. So we've checked that, turn it off. Very, very hot air. You want to do it just as a check, just to clear, and then you want it off. So at this point, we have our inverter has powered up our gyro, so we can go off, and then number 2. And it also has powered it up, so we know we have both inverters are online. We set all of our bugs. So I'll set this for 12.5 for now. That's on both. This is set. Then I can go through either my factory checklist, or since it's Part 91, I can go through my 91 list. Restart is all done. We've checked all these things. Start sequence is complete. We checked all these things. Free taxi. You can test cross speed. You move it to the left side, you get an in-transit light only momentarily. Then you see an aux light come on over here. You go back to bulb, you see in-transit light, aux light goes off. Right side, in-transit, light goes off, aux pump's on. Back to bulb, in-transit light momentarily, and then aux pump is off. The in-transit light is a conflict light. It shows you when you're asking for something that you're not getting. So it's only on momentarily until the valves get into the positions that correspond with the selector switch. Control is free and correct. Pretty standard on the aircraft. Verify we have 3 green. Plug the runway. Set our trims. EGT and torque limiters are on auto. So we'll put this here. Now the props come off the locks. So especially in the Bahamas, you want to do them one at a time because we could have a situation where there's spod and rocks. You don't want to have them in reverse any longer than you need to. So you take the one, you grab the guard, you want to do the beta light, you look at torque, look at EGT, you pull it deep reverse and hold it. The light's on, it's off the locks. Grab it, hold it, deep reverse, the light is off, the light is now back on, it's off the locks. At this point you have the ability to taxi and you're in taxi mode. So